Well, hello, friends, and welcome back to some Stardew Valley. This time, the modded version of Stardew Valley. As we get started into this, then, I just wanted to go over some of the bigger mods that we'll be using. I didn't choose to use a lot of texture mods, and there are some mods that I didn't choose to use that were suggested that I thought were really interesting because of something specific to this playthrough that I want to try to do. And we'll hopefully get to those mods in like a sort of kitchen sink modded playthrough after this one. So as we get started, I'm going to go over the mods we're using, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the mods we're not using, and then we're going to talk about some of the goals in this next series. The first mod, obviously, that I think, if you're going to mod the game that most people will add is Stardew Valley Expanded. It adds 27 new NPCs, 50 locations, 260 character events, 23 fish, reimagines vanilla areas. You can have a different farm map, which we're not going to use in this playthrough. We'll talk about that later. Just a little teaser there, for what's coming up. A reimagined world map reflecting those changes, new music, questlines, festivals, so on and so forth. And we also have this glorious picture here. This is from the Nexus mods page, by the way. And then reading a little bit further, Stardew Valley Expanded stays as true to the source material as it can. From new areas and expanded dialogue and events to the portraits for a brand new set of characters. As a hobby modder, it was the goal of the author of this mod to give the player the feeling that they had when they first played Stardew Valley. So pretty awesome. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. Also, these pictures are amazing. I just want to point that out. Really, really cool pictures for all of these things. Now, Stardew Valley Expanded here did just get an update that added in the ability on a certain part of the map to unlock that area, even if you did the Joja route. Now this next playthrough will be a Joja playthrough, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. Before we get to that point, though, however, another little teaser to string you along there. Let's look at Ridgeside Village. Ridgeside Village adds 50 NPCs, a new location, new items, new shops, new festivals, custom music, custom quests, and even more. And yes, it is compatible with Stardew Valley Expanded. Very exciting. You ride a ridge car, like a cable car, up to that town, and you enjoy it. All the items and things that are going on there. Again, featuring 50 characters, 12 new people you can marry, 12,000 lines of text, its own world map, more trash cans to rummage through. There's more items, there's more forage, there's more everything, okay? It's awesome. There's a lot there. I don't know all of what's in there because I haven't actually seen anybody play through using this mod. But what I looked at as I ran up there and just ran around for a day or two in my test file, it looks like there's a lot there. It looks really, really fun, so I'm looking forward to that. Over here we have as well, I added on East Scarp Village. Now, I will say I only added in the default version of East Scarp. There are some extra characters here that you can add in, which I have not. I have chosen to not add them in. I kind of read through it and I went, I don't want to do too much. Okay. I feel like this would be one step too far when I already don't know anything about the East Scarp mod. I don't know anything about Ridgeside Village, and I really don't know that much about Stardew Valley Expanded. I know a little bit because I watched Absurdum play it, but I didn't catch everything. So I was like, no, let's not. I don't want to overwhelm myself with modding right now. So I'm thinking probably we'll add some of these in series number 3 when we go full out. And we'll talk a little bit more about that again in just a minute. I did look through also some sort of utility mods in the sense of extra things for sale around town. And I found the Shop Overhaul series on the Nexus, which has more items you can buy literally in every store in the game. So Krobus had more, Willie had more, Gus had more. Okay. But I didn't do all of them. I only did 2. I picked Robin for one of those, Robin's Shop Overhaul, because as you can see here in this picture, you've got preserve jars, you've got kegs, you've got bee houses, okay? You've got all of this stuff. You got tappers, you've got casks. So since we're doing a Joja playthrough where we're mostly just focusing on earning some funds, I thought this would be potentially very helpful. Okay, as you're going through the playthrough. The other one I decided to grab was Clint's, because not because of these bars and stuff. Where was the one that made me really think it through? You can buy geodes, which I thought was awesome. You can buy furnaces, which I thought was cool, and you can also buy like crystallariums. You can buy some of these utility use items. Okay, so I thought all of that would be super helpful. So I decided to add in Robin's extra items and Clint's extra items from their shop overhauls from the Nexus mods. I thought that was really neat. And finally, the last one that I'm going to show you, I grabbed this file as well. It's Ellie's buildings. So you can change how the buildings look to all these different cool things. You just go in and change it with some items that you buy from Robin's store. And then you can change, kind of how you want things to look. And I thought that was pretty neat too. So I grabbed that because it's not very intensive, and it's not like a full texture mod, which I did not want for this playthrough. Okay, so let's go back to the Stardew Valley expanded screen. Now, there were some really cool mods that were suggested, and I thank all of you for those suggestions. For example, the Automate mod looks amazing fun. Of course, the Tractor mod would be super fun. There's a lot of mods along those lines that, increase production and so on and so forth that would be really fun. But even though we're doing a Joja playthrough, okay, we're not focusing on farming. We're focusing on barns and coops and raising animals. There will eventually be a balance, and I will tell you about that in just a second. For you, it'll be a second. For me, it'll be a couple minutes because I have to load the game up, and I can show you in the game files itself. When we're in the game, I can walk around and show you what I'm talking about. So I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, friends, welcome on into the test save file. There are a couple other mods that I wanted to talk about that we do have. For example, we have the NPC locator mod, so we can find people fairly easily when we need to do so. In addition to that, I'm not going to show it to you, but we have a mod so that when you look at the calendar, it shows you that, like, if salmon berries are going on, or blackberries, or the extra foraging and stuff that goes on over at the beach, for example, in the summertime. Okay, so that's on there. On top of those mods, of course, we have as well just some fun little tiny mods, like this antique TV one that reminds me of growing up when I was the remote at my house. And it's great. What a joyous day. We're here on the beach farm, and I've been using the beach farm for this test for a very specific reason. Obviously, you can't use sprinklers in this area. And I got to thinking about that as I was pondering what to do with this series. We'll grab our one berry. And I thought, oh, that's right. We can come down here and we can farm this area. And that's it. This is where we'll farm. We'll use sprinklers, of course, down here. And we'll farm it. This is it. This is our farming area right here. It's great and very exciting. And this is part of the challenge that I want to do. We're going to only use this area for farm crops. And we're going to try to do a Joja playthrough. Now, of course, we can still fish. Of course, we can still mine. Okay? But again, the main part of the playthrough that I want to do is I want to use most of the beach here for animals, for farms, for fish ponds, for coops. For barns. Yeah, barns, coops, and fish ponds. Okay? So that's what the majority of the area is going to be used for. Now, keep in mind also that we do have the greenhouse up here. That will add to our farmable land. Okay? On top of that, I'm going to show you this building over here. There's this building over to the right in Stardew Valley expanded. If you are not familiar with the mod, I want to go get that salmon berry, but we won't do it. We're just showing you the mod stuff. There is over here to the right this super awesome, really cool building. We'll just walk there real fast. It's down here. And you can go in here and you can, over time, of course, collect the resources to give to Robin to fix this building up. Now, this area right here will be, you can use it for aging things like you can in your basement in that house on the farm. So you can put casks in here, which I thought would be super fun to do, like age some cheese and some stuff like that, which normally you wouldn't do because you're so busy aging, you know, wine and stuff. So I thought that would be pretty fun. I think you get a staircase or something later on that goes to the second floor, and there might be more farming there. There might be like another greenhouse layer up there, which would still be even more farming. Now, if you'll bear with me just 1 second, I'll be right back again. I'm going to walk down to this area down here, and I'm going to show you that as well. That just became usable even on the Joja route in Stardew Valley Expanded. So I will be right back again. All right, then. We're back. We're not exactly in the spot that I thought we were. We're way out here in the woods. This is actually the hat cellar. We're over here in the woods. There is a farm over here. It's called the Aurora Vineyard. And through the course of the stuff that you do in Stardew Valley Expanded, this will eventually unlock if you do the community center route initially. Now, what was added was the ability to get this to unlock even if you did the Joja route, and that was in the last big update to Stardew Valley Expanded, which was about a month ago. See, Andy comes on over here. Hi, buddy. How you doing? He just kind of comes and hangs out. He tells you about the farm a little bit. It's a good day for foraging. You can make some decent coin. I know my way around the forest like the back of my hand. What's up, buddy? Anyway, so yeah, so he's kind of cool. So he knew the people who used to run this, and now they don't. It's part of the mod. I don't know all the details. I don't know exactly how to unlock it, but I know according to the patch notes you can. So you can come over here and you can get this and you can use it. And that's even more land that you can use. And of course, there's still the whole island, okay? So when I say there's less farming in this playthrough, I don't mean there's no farming. But there is less. And that's on purpose. I really wanted to, A, do the Joja thing, but B, I didn't want to just farm, okay? I didn't want to just go through, like, on the new map, the immersive map, for example, and just get the tractor mod and just go to town and, you know, have these giant fields of crops and all that. That's not what I wanted for this playthrough. What I wanted was a little more of a challenge and to do some things that I haven't done in Stardew, which is like focus on things like the slime hutch and the animals and just making artisan goods, working a little bit more with the fish ponds and kind of figuring those things out and stuff like that. So that's what we're kind of focused on in this run, in this playthrough. Of course, there's more things than that, but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do like a 45-minute video or something on what all is coming up in the modded series. But hopefully that has you excited. This is, by the way, how we will look. This is our character. I have all of the numbers written down so that when I start the actual save file, I can just put the numbers in, and then this is what we'll look like. I messed around with that for quite a while in the character creator. And the name of our farm will be the Surf and Turf Farm. Because it's the beach farm, but we're focusing on land animals. I thought that was a good name. Also, Surf and Turf, I've always found is delicious. Steak and lobster. I mean, how do you say no to that? It's some good stuff. Oh, it's so tasty. Also, this area is gigantic. I don't know if any of... I don't know all of you. Let me rephrase that. I don't know all of you have played this mod or not, but like, this adds just this huge area down here. Like, it is gigantic. Look at this. It's crazy huge. And look at all the trees. Oh, so many trees. Oh, so many trees. We will have so much lumber. It's going to be awesome. Okay, now this is not the last thing I wanted to talk about. There's one more thing I want to talk about with you all. Okay, here we are on the wiki page for all of the skills in the game. It is on the Stardew Valley wiki. If you're not familiar with the Stardew Valley wiki, you should be, because there's a lot of really great information there. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the skills, looking at the different skills and abilities and upgrades that you can get. So let's just kind of look through here. I was tempted initially, maybe shepherd or coop master. And I really have been thinking about this because I don't think very many people go this route. I think for the most part, you go tiller and then you go artisan goods. Wine, cheese, and so forth are worth more money. Yeah, I will probably go geologist and then one of these two. I'm not sure. I probably geodes until we get the museum done, and then I'll switch it. That's sort of my thought on that. I mean, the temptation, right, is that you go gatherer and then botanist, just like I guess in a normal playthrough. But this would allow us to get more wood to build the barns and the coops, and that is very tempting to me. So that's something I've been thinking about. Now, looking at the old fishing bonus here, we are looking for money. We are trying to get money, so we're just going to go money, money. That was the easiest decision out of all of them. And I think here, what I might do is just go, I think, for more damage and then more health, because I've never done that. So I hope that you enjoy this informative video leading on into the series. Hope it answers some initial questions that you might have. And I hope you enjoy not only this video, but the entire series. We'll see you in the next one, friends. Take care.